Hi, welcome back to my channel. So this is a video just specifically for pelvic health physios to talk about just a few things that can come up when I'm talking to physios about hypopressive. So the first thing is that a lot of pelvic health physios are concerned about the lack of research, and we do need more large-scale, bigger studies looking at hypopressives. However, there is some good evidence to show that women are improving with hypopressives, and there was an RCT done by Navarro-Brazález et al., which was in 2020, which shows that hypopressives was performing similarly to pelvic floor exercises. In fact, there was no difference for pelvic floor dysfunction. So that was really, really good, but we need more bigger studies, but there is evidence there to show that women are improving. Tons of anecdotal evidence that women are saying that this is really, really helping them. The second thing I just want to talk about is this kind of the vacuum, which if you haven't seen it, I'll just show you now. So basically, this is what it looks like. So you're breathing in. You do that 3 times. So I'm just going to do 1 for now. Exhale. So you get this hollowing of the stomach area during the hypopressive vacuum, which is actually because we're reducing pressure in the tummy and the pelvic area, and then we're creating this lift through the pelvic floor with the diaphragm. So as the rib cage opens during the rib stretch, the diaphragm is umbrellaing and kind of drawing up the pelvic floor with it. So we're working on reflex activity through the whole of the core and the pelvic floor system. But this hollowing can be really alarming when you see the pictures and you think that people are being told to pull in their belly. So there's no conscious pulling of the in of the belly during hypopressives, certainly if you're using it for pelvic health, and that's us as a training organisation, we certainly never cue pulling in the abdominals. It's all done with the breath work. So that's something that can cause concerns as well. Feeling like it's not accessible to people can be another thing. So I work with women of all different body shapes, and the vacuum looks different on everybody, but I've never been able to not teach somebody the breath work or the poses or modifications, so it's incredibly accessible for people of lots of different fitness levels. One of the other things, it's very different to teaching just the pelvic floor lift and squeeze and relaxing, which is obviously your pelvic floor exercises, and there's so much more to it. And yeah, there is. It's a movement technique, and we're using quite a unique breath work that we then kind of pop into all of the poses. So once you've done the breath work, you learn the poses, you add them in. But a lot of the poses are, you know, some of them are similar to yoga and Pilates. There's some of the women that we work with have actually got some sort of idea about those sort of poses. We do kneeling and quadruped lying down. A lot of the poses aren't actually difficult. They do need specific training, and you want to get them right, or as good as you can, but it is really, really accessible, and once people learn it, they've got a skill for life, which is amazing. In terms of difficulty with teaching the breath work, we teach it in a 3-step process, and we've got a practical guide for teaching and loads of videos for clients. So if you are thinking of training, then we'd love to have you. So you would train with us. If you don't know how to do the technique, you need to learn how to do that either with us or on a level 1 course, and then you can do the Create Lift Hypopressives training, which will give you everything you need to get the kind of results that we're seeing with our ladies with prolapse and incontinence. So you've got your symptom improvement markers and what we would expect to see, and this is kind of by like auditing and looking at nearly 100 women actually in total. So we've got some really good experience about what is working and how to lay out a program. We would work with your women for 14 weeks, so you could then tailor that as to when you can see them. But we've got postcards and videos and support. We've got everything you'd need to kind of hit the ground running if you'd really like to teach this technique to your women. And we've got tons of experience to share with you, and tips and tricks and troubleshooting. So I hope that's helpful, but I do totally get it that this is, you know, it's a relatively new technique in the UK, and there's not actually that much information out there. And this is one of the reasons why I started this YouTube channel, is because there's very little information kind of even on YouTube, kind of, which is super accessible and in English as well. So hopefully this is going to be something which people can use as a resource and just kind of dip their toes in a bit to see if it's something that they want to teach. But I'll be sharing more about what we're doing with the research in the coming months, but it is really exciting, and I think it's really great that we've got a technique coming into the UK which is essentially new, and we know that women with prolapse need alternative treatments in particular. Pelvic floor exercises just don't help every woman out there with prolapse. So yes, it's a really good alternative technique and works on things like posture, core strength, whole body movement and tone. It's very relaxing, it's great for the nervous system. So there's loads of other benefits that come with it other than the pelvic floor benefits as well. So different women will benefit in different ways. But yeah, I hope that's helpful. And do let me know in the comments what you think about hypopressives, what you've heard about it, and whether you're teaching it. And I'd love to hear from you. Okay, take care. Bye.